Sicario 2 Soldado is a 2017 action crime drama from director Stefano Sollima, which is a sequel to Denis Villeneuve's 2015 film Sicario. Emily Blunt, who played the protagonist in that film, does not return for the sequel, although Josh Brolin and Benicio del Toro do. When the main character doesn't turn up in the sequel, this is often a bad sign. But interestingly, Blunt was actually up for it, but the filmmakers chose not to include her in the movie as the story was over, and she also represented a moral compass that was not necessary for this sequel. So you have to give it to the filmmakers there for valuing the integrity of the story as opposed to Blunt's star power. In this one, the story is basically that a terrorist attack from a Middle Eastern group happens in America. A few guys go to a shopping mall and blow themselves up, taking several innocent people with them. The American intelligence agencies, through torture and blackmail, including murdering a prisoner's brother in front of his very eyes for information, work out that the terrorists got into the country via Mexico and the cartels that operate in the area. I might be misremembering, but they subsequently decide to cause a havoc amongst the cartel groups by starting a war so they all fight amongst each other. The reasoning is kind of dumb, I guess, but the general plan is basically to kidnap a drug kingpin's daughter and make it look like a rival cartel did it, so they all start fighting each other. That's the premise of the movie. Brolin's character is obviously heavily involved with all of this, and I didn't really feel Del Toro's inclusion was really that necessary. His story was finished in the first film, but he's a brilliant actor, and his character Alejandro is awesome, so you won't hear me complaining. Soldado was a very solid sequel to Sicario. I enjoyed it very much. It's not on the same level. Every technical element, from the music, the cinematography, the writing, etc., is a notch down from the film's predecessor. But that isn't to say it's all bad. If Sicario is an 8 out of 10, Soldado is a solid 7. It's not as thematically deep as the previous film either, with all the questions about morality. This one is more of a straight up action film. It shows you right from the bat that it isn't concerned with good guys and bad guys. The actions from everyone all round are dirty and cynical. In a way, Emily Blunt's lack of inclusion is a positive, as it means the wolves can just have at each other in her absence. If the first one is Rambo First Blood, where there are genuine questions being asked, a solid story which just happens to feature action, this one is First Blood Part 2, where things are a little more simple and bang bang. For sure, I think if the first film didn't exist and the movie was standalone, the reviews would be a lot more forgiving than some of the harsh criticism I'm seeing online. The acting is very good, especially from the two leads, in particular Del Toro. The style of the film, including the cinematography which shows off some truly brilliant shots, is consistent with the previous movie. There were some really good images in the film, including one where the camera is inside a car Del Toro is driving. A car goes past him, screeches to a halt and does a 180, catches up with him, and then Del Toro throws a grenade into the car and it explodes. All of this is seen from inside of Del Toro's car, with the camera swiveling where necessary and showing much of the action through the rear window. The pacing is great. It's not at all a fast movie. It doesn't rush you. It actually can't rush you because it's quite thin on plot, but at the same time it doesn't bore you with its slowness either. It's deliberately paced. There's a lot of creativity in the camera work and the editing to create a fluid, fulfilling action experience. It's a macho film, very manly in the spirit of the meaner kind of action films we used to get in the 1970s and early 80s, gritty and grounded ones like The French Connection and Thief. The characters are cool and feel genuinely tough. At the very least, it's a lot better than a lot of these shit action films we get these days. It's interesting to note that Soldado, quite refreshingly, seems to have no agenda, which seems to have become part and parcel of modern day Hollywood blockbusters. For a film about Mexican and US relations, illegal immigration, and missing the strong female character from the first film, it doesn't seem concerned with any of that stuff, and instead it looks like the filmmakers thought, let's just tell a solid action story. There's a few holes in the story, a few things that need clearing up, just a few, and I was happy to discover that there is a third film planned, written by the guy who wrote the first two. I very much would like to see them getting around to making it. In fact, this might seem kind of stupid, but providing they could maintain the consistency with the quality of the films, I wouldn't mind seeing these films become an episodic movie series. I had a great time with Soldado. It was a solid action fix that I had been looking for a while. I give it a 7.5 out of 10.